Welcome to episode 4 of Roll for Sourdough, the chaotic baking series where I let the dice control my loaf. Inspired by Roll for Sandwich, Roll for Barbecue, and Roll for Breakfast, and all the other chaotic baking series out there. Let's get into it. Let's start with a chaos roll, and we rolled a 7, which is wild magic. Let's start with our seasoning rolls, and today we rolled a 13 and a 17. Black pepper and miso paste. And here we are putting the seasonings in. We got a lot of black pepper and the miso paste, which is a fermented soybean used in Japanese culture, mostly in ramen, in soups, in marinades, and now it's in bread. So I'm excited to see what it is going to do to this bread and give it some great flavor. And now we move to the inclusion rolls, and I'm excited to see what we're going to add. And today I rolled a 20 and a 10, which is wasabi peas and sun-dried tomatoes. Unfortunately, in this series, nat 20s only matter on the first roll, but here we are. I wasn't able to find wasabi peas, so I got wasabi almonds and then sun-dried tomatoes. We're gonna get it all folded in. Both of these, I think, are gonna pair nicely with what we have. Nothing is offsetting, everything is mixing well, and I'm excited to see what this bread is gonna do. Now it is time for us to get to the final roll, the wild magic roll, where everything can go haywire, and we are gonna get into the roll right now. And I rolled a 1, which is cook the dough halfway through and then freeze it and cook again later. I have never baked a bread halfway through and then put it in the freezer and baked it again. So I did some research, and what it turns out you're supposed to do is cook it to its internally 195, so it's technically cooked, and then you let it cool and you put it in the freezer, and then you take it out and put it back in the oven. And so that's what I did. Here it goes into the freezer for its nap. We'll see you on the other side of 72 hours.
72 hours later.
And here we are, waking it up from its nap. We pull it out, we put it in the Dutch oven because I think that'll do the best work. And here it is in its final form. It got a little darker. It's a little darker than normal, but I think it cuts pretty well. Listen to it. That did not spring back at all, but here I am getting a thumbnail, and it wasn't a bad bread. It tastes fantastic. Everything worked together, but I put too many almonds in, and every bite was just full of those ground up almonds, and it kind of changed the texture. And I wasn't really a huge fan of the texture of the bread, but it did taste good. I give it a 6 out of 10 overall. I call it the Sunburnt, and see you next time.